I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Bellroy card slip, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Let's dive in. This wallet is made with leather, so bringing it up closer to the screen, you can see that it's still in really great shape even after using it for 2 weeks. Their leather is starting to break in a little bit, which is something that, kind of not necessarily develop a patina quite yet, but it is starting to kind of like loosen up, which I know is something that people with leather wallets kind of factor in when they're looking for that. But there's also RFID protection in here, which is nice so that you can keep your information safe. And then I like the attention to detail here because it is such a small wallet, you really don't really think much of it, but they have like the painted edges here that are the same color as the wallet itself, and then same with the stitching. So like usual, Bellroy wallets feel very quality, so this is no different. And you know, it's still held up over the course of testing. The actual wallet itself is designed to fit up to 4 cards, and that is true, full stop. Like, I tried to fit 5 cards in here and I was losing my mind trying to like pull the cards out because it got so tight. So in here I have 4. I have one on this side here is where I usually kept my ID, so I kept that tucked in there. On the other side is where I kept my most used card, and then on the inside is where I kept like 2 other cards that I didn't need very often. So I have one card that's like kind of my backup card, and then I have the other card that I kept in here primarily was like my insurance card. So when I went on a trip, that was basically all I needed. And I liked that because it just kind of reduced the amount that I carried. I also have a wallet tracker, so I've been using this Chipolo, and I put this in here, and it's roughly the size of like I would say it's more like 2 cards. So when I got that, by the time I got that in here, it kind of didn't really feel like I had a ton of extra room. So I would keep the Chipolo in the back and then like double up on a card in the front here. And you can see it just starts to get a little bit wide. So even if I take this wallet tracker out, put another card in here, you can see it starts to like lose that incredibly flat shape unless it's actually like you're actively pressing it down. I didn't find that to be a huge deal, but it is something to keep in mind. It just kind of is an example of how you really can't overstuff this thing. So if you only have 4 cards that you use on a daily basis, this is going to be a really great option. We also, I noticed that I have one card that's a little bit thicker, and I did struggle to like take it in and out when I did have 4 cards in here. So it really does come down to what you carry on a daily basis. But if you're carrying the absolute essentials and maybe a tracker, this should be more than enough space for you. If you're finding this video helpful, hit subscribe so we can keep making content to help you travel smarter. Now, looking at the actual packability on this, like I mentioned, I went on a trip and I pared it down to the most basic cards that I bring, and this was really great because it fit super well in my sling in a way that usually my larger wallet takes up like just enough space to kind of be annoying. And in this case, because it was so small, I was able to fit extra snacks in my sling. I could fit my Kindle in my sling without like kind of really shoving it in there. It just like made it less tight. What I also like about this is it fits really well in pockets without being obvious. So backing up here, like you can't really even see that. And then same with if I put it in my back pocket. So even if you do have, I mean, maybe not shallower pockets, but if you don't have big pockets, it still fits really well in that. I also liked it because I keep my wallet a lot of the time in my my jacket pocket, like my winter jacket pocket. So over, the last couple weeks when it's been cold, this has been really nice because it didn't feel like bulky in my pocket, in like the inner chest pocket. It was nice and slim, so it was just a little bit more comfortable to carry. I'm gonna look at it in comparison to a couple other Bellroy wallets just because I feel like they are the closest to like minimalist. They make really great minimalist wallets in that same sort of like leathery style. So the first one that I want to compare it to is the Bellroy card sleeve. This is a very comparable size and thickness. I would say it's thicker to start, like if I were to take all the cards out of here, it's definitely going to take up more space just like at the very start of everything. But this one can hold up to 8 cards. So if you're looking for a minimalist wallet, but you want a little bit more space, even if it means it gets like a little bit thicker, this is gonna be a really great option. I tested this one as well, and everything like fits very nicely in here. You still have quick access to your ID or your favorite card and your favorite card, and then all the other cards just kind of pop out from the inside there. We also have the Bellroy Card Pocket, which is a wallet that I use a ton. And this one fits like up to 15 cards, and that's definitely true in here. So if you still want, again, something very, very minimalist, there's like a sleeve in here, a sleeve back here. So if you want that minimalist kind of shape and look without adding a ton of extra bulk, but you want to have a lot of cards, even when you stuff this with 15, it doesn't get any thicker than the zipper track. So between these Bellroy wallets, I think you're pretty set on minimalist wallets. It's just whether or not you have more or less cards you want to carry daily. So there you have it, the Bellroy card slip. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.